Big Game 7, Oklahoma City Thunder hosting the Denver Nuggets, and what would be it's deciding who's going to go to the Western Conference Finals. Big game. Everybody's watching. You got the presumptive MVP, SGA. You also have the could have been MVP in Jokic and also former MVP in Jokic going at it against their teams. But I'm going to get straight to it, Rob. I'm going to need some of this smoke for Nikola Jokic. And Nikola Jokic is the best player in the NBA, which is why this is what comes with it. There is no way that I was waking up on my Lord's Sunday thinking that Alex Caruso would lock down Nikola Jokic. Not for a possession, not for a quarter, not for a handful of plays. But for 80% of the offensive possessions, Alex Caruso was guarding Nikola Jokic. And I think that absolutely is disappointing, and the idea that he would only have 20 points. And in Game 7, that was supposed to be the, quote, Shaq, barbecue chicken. That's supposed to be every time we get the ball, Jamal Murray, give me the rock. Because I'm about to foul this little dude out, and then I'm going to foul out whoever comes up next. And the idea that Alex Caruso could guard him, front him, post him, deflect balls from him. He had 5 turnovers, he being Jokic. Was really, really disappointing to me, especially when you, again, consider this is an MVP candidate annually, perennially. He won a bunch of them. This is a guy we all deem as the best player in the world. Well, when you're the best player in the world, same type of smoke would come to Kobe, the late, great Kobe, come to LeBron, would come to Shaq. If Shaquille O'Neal had P.J. Tucker guarding him, really good defender, great energy, hard-nosed guy, but if Shaq had P.J. Tucker guarding him in a Game 7 and he had 9 field goal attempts and only had 20 points and did not dominate that, we would have all types of issues with him. If P.J. Tucker was able to guard Tim Duncan in his prime, we would have issues with that. So I thought in a big game, in a Game 7, specifically I'm talking about Jokic because there's other things to have conversations about. Watching that, I was blown away that him, his coach, and his team couldn't find a way for him to be more effective down low. Now, credit Oklahoma City Thunder. They swarmed them. They had great defense. They had a great game plan coming in. So absolutely give credit to them. But there's no way the best player in the world in a Game 7 is supposed to get dominated by a 6'5", and that might be giving him some Alex Caruso. Because, again, I go back to some of the great bigs. If Hakeem Olajuwon was getting fronted and getting D'd up by P.J. Tucker, there's no way he would live that down. So, again, he has to get some of this smoke. And I started to think, man, I'm wondering, people have had negative things to say about the Anthony Davis and LeBron-led run with the Lakers, right? Oh, man, they didn't do this, they didn't do that. And I'm looking at the Nuggets saying, what they got? They got a ring and a Western Conference Finals appearance. That's it. And if you had the best player, now we've saved for 3, 4, 5 years, I'm expecting a little bit more out of that. I'm expecting some finals appearances. Maybe you don't win them all, but we got to 3, we won 1 or 2, and I'm expecting some more. So specifically for Jokic, that was a disappointing performance for me. There are some things to talk about with the team. There are some things that I will dissect in a little bit, but specifically for Jokic, you have to dominate. There's no way Caruso should be guarding you. That's supposed to be easy money. Rock the little bit of the, put the baby to sleep, and that's supposed to be 38 points off the rip. And I was shocked to see that. And credit Alex Caruso for the way he played and ignited his team. It was a plus, I think, plus 45 in the plus minus, something like that.
Are you done?
Oh, no, that's just done with Jokic. I got more stuff for the Nuggets.
Okay. Because you have your memory is slight.
No, please.
Because you're going to talk about, your memory. Because your guy, your king, LeBron James, who you think is the best player in the league. Do you remember a guy named J.J. Barea? Do you remember him?
Oh, for sure. And that's my point. He got the smoke. Okay. That's exactly my point.
Do you remember J.J. Barea?
That's exactly my point.
Okay, no, but LeBron averaged 17.8 points in that series. Okay, 17.8.
He was terrible.
Okay?
Absolutely.
And here's the other thing, too. And you can talk about the Joker all you want and what happened in that game. Obviously, they got blown out and they've lost 2 years in a row in Game 7s and all that. They lost. We're going to celebrate when they win or whatever.
Yeah.
But what this guy has been able to do without the supporting cast, he don't have no big three. He doesn't even have another all-star. He doesn't even have another. No NBA player has ever won a championship without another all-star. Nobody. And that doesn't give him a pass for every series or every time they lose. But
that's what you keep doing?
No, because it's a fact. When nobody's ever done it except for him, I got to look at him and say, he's got to be somewhat special in that other people haven't been able to accomplish this. That's all I'm saying is if you look at it, and you could say he's belly aching about how thin the bench is. You know that that championship team has been stripped down where they lost 3 or 4 key players from that bench and contributors to that championship. And you could go look at just the Phoenix Suns, who couldn't even make the playoffs, with 3 top-heavy players at the top, but they don't have the rest of the foundation. That's why their house collapsed. You have to have other players to go along with it. Game 6, you wouldn't have been saying that because he scored 42 and forced a Game 7, right?
He can't lose a Game 7.
But I'm just saying,
to be consistent, I called him out throughout this series.
Right, but I'm just saying, but he did come.
Yeah,
he came
nobody. No. That's the conversation. It's because he's great, Rob.
This is not just him, though. Is what I'm trying to say to you, that you could have moments like this, like LeBron had, and it didn't stop him from you thinking that he's the all-time greatest. Some people were looking.
Jordan's the greatest. He's the best.
Okay,
it's a conversation for another day.
But some people might think J.J. Barea, what LeBron,
and he got killed for it, Rob. Don't make Nikola Jokic the new Steph Curry, where you can never criticize him.
No, but
you can never say not you. I'm not talking about you. I'm saying people. Steph Curry got hit in the finals to disappear. You know this because it's one thing we agree on.
I'm not saying that you can't be criticized, but it's hard for me. I'm dead serious looking at that team and looking at those 2 rosters, and you telling me that the Nuggets should have won that game.
No, I'm glad you asked.
That's what I'm trying to say to you.
I'm saying
when you
that
look
if I
at
have a Game 7,
you look at that,
and I have a more than capable Jamal Murray, who is all-star-like, and we all know that, and I have the pieces around me, and I have the best player in the world, 2 years in a row against the young upstarts, Anthony Edwards gets him in a Game 7. The next year, SGA gets him in a Game 7. I'm saying we would not cut anybody else that slack.
No one's giving him. I don't know what's slack. I just think you're trying to paint him.
I'm not trying to paint him in a picture.
I'm
saying
trying to paint
I want more from him.
No, you're trying to paint him like he's not that good.
No,
I'm going to be honest.
I'll tell you what I'm painting him.
But
Here's
I'm telling
my paintbrush.
That's what it sounds like to me. Like you're trying to, he got to get the smoke or whatever. Like what I'm trying to say to you is, yes, they lost the last 2 years. A lot has gone on. They fired their coach before the playoffs started. They don't have all their players. They don't have the same players that they had. There's some other things that are there, and you could put some of it on them, and I'm not saying that you can't. But when I look at this, and I look at it and say, what are the Denver Nuggets doing as far as not giving this guy at least another all-star so that you don't waste his run?
And
but I'm not going to sit here and go, the reason that they lost is because he wasn't big time in that game.
I'm giving him a big piece of that chunk because you can't.
I think the other
Rob,
team,
he can't have Alex Caruso
they were 8.5
guarding.
point favorites.
Rob, he can't have
8.5 point
Rob,
underdog.
if he just went out and just, hey, it was missing shots and it just happened, hey, everybody loses a game. I get that. Rob, Alex Caruso can't guard you. Like, seriously, you have to be insulted that Alex Caruso, not for a few plays, I get that. There were some pick and switches or a guy was in foul trouble, they threw him on him for a minute. Alex Caruso guarded you effectively, very well, and might have been the best player on the floor outside of SGA, and maybe was the most effective player on the floor. That can't happen. And what I'm saying is, 2 years in a row in a Game 7, the young upstart, Anthony Edwards, 1 year last year, and this year, SGA, they outplayed him, and they won. And he's the best player in the NBA universally. So all I'm saying is, for him to be the best player. I don't know
what you're saying. What do you say?
I just said it.
So you're blaming him. He's the reason that they've lost the last 2 years.
I'm saying he has to get the blame.
No, I'm asking you. Is that it?
Hello, is this thing on?
No, I'm
he
asking
is to blame because he's the best
player.
So
he's the reason that they lost, not that his team isn't that good. He's the reason that they lost.
But how is the team not that good now?
I'm trying to understand that.
No, because you're mixing it up. It's very simple.
No, I'm asking you.
Nikola Jokic is the best player.
So he's the reason that they lost.
I just said he is a large bulk. Jamal Murray has to give you more. Your 4 players who are the four core from the previous championship, gave you, I believe, 47 points total, including Jokic. That's terrible, that's trash, and that can't happen. And what I'm saying is, I know for any other person who we call the best player in the world, we hold them to a standard. And he cannot get held to the same standard. Whoever was the best player in the world for their period of time, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, whatever it was.
So Giannis
we
too,
hold
right?
them.
So what Giannis
and I
was
gave
at one
Giannis
point?
the same smoke earlier. Giannis,
I wasn't listening to your show then, so I don't.
You were sitting right here. Your buns were sitting right there, or you might have been trying to climb up on this daggone table with your crazy self. Rob G, did I not give Giannis this same smoke? You're too good.
He wasn't listening to your show back then.
You're too good.
Yes, I was.
You're too good to not be in the conversation.
Yeah, I remember him on the 7-10 days.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you, Rob G. Appreciate
Nobody
you.
remembers that show.
I remember because I tried to get a job there. They're like, nah, fam, we got enough.
I know.
Rob G,
you've
you've been great over there, by the way. Rob G.
Rob,
you've
you
been
made
great
the
over
right decision.
I didn't make the decision. They made the decision, if we're being honest about it.
Who was
Well,
that?
hey,
Was
I'm
that-
going to just say.
Was that Marcellus? He didn't like you.
I'm going to just say.
He thought you were short.
They missed out on you, bro.
Thought I was short, yeah.
That's all I'm going to say. You are that guy.
No, but Dub has been very consistent with his standards for great players.
If you're Giannis, I shouldn't be wondering, is he going to make it to the second round? Is he going to be this? Oh, why is this team floundering? Because when I see people who are the best for their period of time.
So when LeBron didn't get in, couldn't even make the playing game.
He
two
gets
times
smoked.
He got smoked.
He
from
gets
you?
smoked.
Okay.
Because that's the standard.
I just don't.
Aaron Judge is the best hitter in baseball, maybe the best player. And when he sucks in the postseason, Aaron Judge gets the smoke. If Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman go 1 for $100 million like they did a couple years back, they get the smoke. Rob, you know this. I am the smoke detector right now, and I'm not detecting enough. Game 7, 2 years in a row against some young pups, he loses. And he did not look great. It's not like he went out on a shield, 45 points, I gave him my all, 20 points, 5 turnovers, and Alex Caruso guarding you. Come on, man. Come on, man. Because J.J. Barea, LeBron was playing like trash, and he got smoked deservedly so.